One Day at a Time is more than just a comedy. It stands as a defining symbol of the 1970s, telling the story of a divorced mother raising her two teenage daughters, alongside a witty and mischievous building superintendent. Spanning 9 seasons and 209 episodes, the real lives of its cast turned out to be even more dramatic and compelling than the script itself. 1. Pat Harrington Jr. as Dwayne F. Schneider, the building manager and a symbol of a changing era. In the memories of audiences who cherish the classic sitcom One Day at a Time, the image of Dwayne F. Schneider stands out as far more than an ordinary building superintendent. He is an inseparable part of the Romano family. With his signature mustache, his ever-tilted cap, and his tool belt cluttered with gadgets, Pat Harrington Jr. crafted a character who was both hilariously clumsy and deeply endearing. Schneider wasn't merely a man who fixed pipes or changed light bulbs. He represented the old-school working class, somewhat conservative, often bewildered, trying to find his footing in a new era of rising feminism, where women like Romano were beginning to take control of their own lives. His presence brought gentle laughter, but also thoughtful reflections on the social transformations shaping America in the 1970s and 1980s. A shining achievement, well-deserved recognition for comedic brilliance. While the entire cast delivered remarkable performances, Pat Harrington Jr. was the only one to take home a prestigious Emmy Award, winning in 1984 for his role. This honor stands as powerful proof of his exceptional talent, as he elevated a supporting character into the very soul of the series. On screen, Schneider might have seemed like a bumbling handyman who rarely fixed anything without causing more trouble, but off-screen, Pat repaired and filled a permanent place in the hearts of viewers. His comedy was never cheap or forced. It came from a deep understanding of human nature, turning Schneider's flaws into irresistibly charming qualities. A quiet farewell, a silent battle with Alzheimer's. After years of vibrant contributions to the world of entertainment, the final chapter of Pat Harrington Jr.'s life was marked by a painful and deeply personal struggle. He faced Alzheimer's disease, the cruel thief of memory that slowly eroded his sharp mind and the treasured memories of his illustrious career. On January 6, 2016, he passed away at the age of 86 due to complications from the illness. His passing left a profound void in the hearts of colleagues and fans alike. Looking back from 2026, a legacy that endures. Today, as we reflect on the legacy of Pat Harrington Jr., we remember not only a gifted comedic actor, but also a symbol of dedication and authenticity. Schneider may have long since hung up his tool belt, but the laughter and quiet wisdom he brought to audiences continue to echo through time. Though he is gone, that beloved building manager still stands watch in the grand hall of television legends, ready to knock on the door of our memories whenever we need a touch of warmth, nostalgia, and joy. 2. Bonnie Franklin, as in Romano, a beacon for single mothers on television. In the history of American television, the character in Romano in One Day at a Time was more than just a role. It was a cultural revolution. Bonnie Franklin delivered a remarkable performance as a woman emerging from a failed marriage, single-handedly raising her two teenage daughters in the heart of Indianapolis. She became a pioneer of this strong single mother archetype, a concept that was still relatively new and often burdened with stigma on television in the 1970s. Bonnie brought a decisive energy to the role, sometimes even fiery, yet beneath it all lay the authentic exhaustion of a woman carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. Audiences didn't just see a comedic character, they saw a real human being struggling with bills, work, and the immense responsibility of raising children. Life and convictions, the mother of an entire generation. One deeply touching and intriguing aspect of Bonnie Franklin's life is that she had no biological children in real life. Yet through her powerful maternal instincts and profound empathy, she became a national mother figure to an entire generation of viewers. Bonnie refused to let the show remain a source of superficial laughter. She was known for passionately challenging producers, pushing to incorporate serious, even uncomfortable, topics into the script, such as women's rights, financial independence, and generational conflicts. It was this unwavering determination that transformed One Day at a Time from pure entertainment into a mirror of society, offering comfort and inspiration to millions of women striving to stand firmly on their own 2 feet. A farewell, the loss of a fiery soul. The life of this devoted artist came to a sudden and painful end. On March 1st, 2013, Bonnie Franklin passed away at the age of 69 due to rapidly progressing pancreatic cancer, just months after publicly revealing her diagnosis. Her passing left an immeasurable sense of loss, not only for her family and colleagues, but also for millions of devoted fans. Looking ahead from 2026, a legacy that still shines. As we reflect on Bonnie Franklin's legacy today, we continue to see echoes of En Romano in modern women, resilient, unafraid of challenges, and filled with enduring love. Though she is no longer with us, the flame of independence and courage she ignited continues to burn brightly, reminding us that as long as we keep moving forward, one day at a time, we can overcome even the fiercest storms. 3. Mackenzie Phillips, as Julie Cooper, painful rebellion and a phoenix rising from the ashes. In the world of One Day at a Time, Julie Cooper appears as a rebellious teenager, constantly pushing boundaries and clashing fiercely with her mother and Romano. Yet beyond the camera, Mackenzie Phillips' real life was far more chaotic and shadowed than any script could ever capture. If Julie Cooper was merely a fictional character searching for her identity, Mackenzie, in reality, was a soul battered by some of the darkest tragedies behind Hollywood's glittering facade. Compounding adversity, painful falls under the spotlight. Mackenzie's career was bitterly interrupted when she was fired from the show not once, but twice, due to severe drug addiction. The image of a gifted young star spiraling into substance-fueled turmoil became a haunting spectacle for the media at the time. However, the most devastating revelation came when she courageously exposed a deeply traumatic secret in her memoir: years of sexual abuse at the hands of her own father, music legend John Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas. This shocking disclosure not only shook the entertainment world, but also shed light on the roots of the rebellion, confusion, and pain she had carried since childhood. A remarkable rebirth, transforming pain into a mission of healing. Refusing to be defined by trauma that could have destroyed her, Mackenzie Phillips achieved a powerful and inspiring comeback. After decades of struggle, she overcame her addiction and chose to dedicate her life to helping others facing similar battles. By 2026, at the age of 66, she is no longer seen as Hollywood's troubled child, but as a respected counselor at a renowned rehabilitation center in California. March 2026, a flame of hope burns bright. A powerful milestone took place in March 2026, when Mackenzie delivered a sold-out talk on overcoming psychological trauma. Standing before thousands, she did not shy away from confronting her dark past. Instead, she used her scars to ignite hope in those still lost in their struggles. Her story stands as living proof that our past does not define who we are. Rather, it is how we rise from our pain that shapes our true worth. The Mackenzie Phillips of 2026 embodies resilience, a woman who has transformed personal tragedy into a meaningful life devoted to healing others. 4. Valerie Bertinelli, as Barbara Cooper, from the girl next door to the queen of authenticity. Among the cast of One Day at a Time, Barbara Cooper, portrayed by Valerie Bertinelli, embodied the ideal, perfect daughter. Sweet, thoughtful, and always striving to keep peace within the family. With her radiant smile and wholesome beauty, Valerie quickly became the dream girl of millions of young Americans in the 1970s. Yet behind that seemingly flawless image lay a real-life journey filled with turbulence, one that ultimately forced her to shed the gentle facade and confront the most raw and vulnerable parts of herself. Struggles and silent battles. Valerie's life was far from the rosy path of her on-screen character. She became a media sensation when she married late rock legend Eddie Van Halen, a relationship fueled by passion but also shadowed by pain, largely due to his struggles with addiction. At the same time, Valerie spent decades battling issues with body image and the relentless beauty standards of Hollywood. These pressures often left her feeling inadequate, never thin enough, never perfect enough to deserve the public's admiration. A radiant 2026, the rise of natural beauty. By 2026, at the age of 65, Valerie Bertinelli is no longer hiding behind layers of makeup or punishing diet regimes. She has emerged as a true queen of authenticity, a powerful symbol of unconditional self-love. Her latest memoir, Getting Naked, has created a profound cultural wave, an unflinchingly honest work in which she bares her soul, sharing stories of loss, healing, and rediscovering self-worth. March 2026, a gray hair revolution that inspires millions. A defining moment came in March 2026 when Valerie boldly embraced her natural gray hair on social media. This was more than a cosmetic change. It was a powerful statement about aging with confidence and grace. Her decision resonated deeply with women around the world, encouraging them to see wrinkles and gray strands not as flaws, but as beautiful chapters in the story of their lives. Today, with an estimated net worth of around $20 million and a thriving culinary career on Food Network, Valerie Bertinelli stands as living proof that a woman shines brightest when she dares to be her true self. From the girl next door of 1975 to an inspiring icon in 2026, her journey is a powerful anthem of growth, resilience, and courage. 5. Mary Louise Wilson, as Ginny Roblicki, the eccentric superintendent and a stage legend who has taken her final bow. Within the flow of One Day at a Time, Mary Louise Wilson's arrival in Season 2 as Ginny Roblicki brought a refreshing wave of humor, quirky, bold, and delightfully unconventional. Stepping in temporarily as a replacement for Dwayne Schneider, Ginny emerged as a strong-willed building manager with sharp-tongued remarks and an unmistakable presence. Although her time on the series was relatively brief before she chose to return to her true passion for theater, Mary Louise Wilson left behind a vivid impression of an independent, slightly eccentric yet highly intelligent working woman, delivering fiery, engaging exchanges with the Romano family that audiences would not soon forget. A Broadway legend, the pinnacle of greatness beyond the spotlight. While many television viewers may remember her for her short-lived sitcom appearances, within the world of performing arts, Mary Louise Wilson was a true legend of Broadway. She was not merely an entertainer. She was a masterful artist with extraordinary range on the stage. The crowning achievement of her remarkable career came in 2007, when she won the prestigious Tony Award for her role as Edith Bouvier Beale in the musical Grey Gardens. Her commanding stage presence, razor-sharp delivery, and unwavering dedication to every role made her an enduring role model for generations of theater actors in New York. For Mary, the stage was her true home, the place where she could fully unleash the depth of her craft in ways that television could only partially capture. A farewell, the final curtain call of a towering figure. As 2026 unfolds, the world of arts has witnessed a profound loss. Mary Louise Wilson passed away peacefully on March 7, 2026, at the age of 95, just weeks before this retrospective was created. Her passing, at nearly a century of life, marks not only the end of an extraordinary journey but also the closing of a brilliant chapter in the history of American performing arts. She leaves behind a vast artistic legacy, spanning from classic black-and-white sitcoms to vibrant, unforgettable performances on the Broadway stage. Until her final days, Mary Louise Wilson remained sharp-minded and deeply devoted to her craft. She stands as living proof that art knows no age. Whether portraying an eccentric building manager or a faded aristocrat on stage, she gave herself fully to every role. Her farewell in March 2026 leaves behind a deep sense of loss, but the image of a bold, distinctive woman who chose to walk away from television fame To pursue her passion for theater will forever remain a guiding flame for those who follow the true path of artistic devotion. 6. Howard Hesseman, as Sam Royer, the peaceful harbor at the end of and Romano's journey. In the later seasons of the series, the arrival of Howard Hesseman as Sam Royer brought a warm, grounded, and mature tone to the story. If and Romano had spent her youth fighting the world as a resilient single mother, then Sam became the peaceful harbor she truly deserved. Howard portrayed, with remarkable nuance, a calm and understanding man, someone who not only loved and deeply, but also respected her independence and strength. In real life, Howard Hesseman was a defining figure in American sitcoms, known for his natural, engaging style of performance. Sadly, in 2022, he passed away at the age of 81 due to complications following colorectal surgery. His passing left a deep sense of loss, yet the image of Sam Royer, the man who brought a sense of complete and heartfelt happiness to and at the end of her one day at a time journey, remains a beautiful and lasting memory in the hearts of audiences. 7. Nanette Fabray, as grandmother Catherine Romano, a timeless symbol of clarity and vitality. In the world of One Day at a Time, Nanette Fabray portrayed Catherine Romano, an spirited and strong-willed mother. She brought to life a character who not only created humorous and sometimes chaotic moments through her enthusiastic involvement in her family's affairs, but also embodied the wisdom and optimism of an older generation. Nanette's portrayal of Catherine was that of a grandmother who refused to surrender to age, always eager to learn, to grow, and to embrace the evolving values of a changing world. Off-screen, Nanette Fabray was the very embodiment of that spirit. A true legend of Broadway and television, she earned 3 Emmy Awards and 1 Tony Award over the course of her illustrious career. She passed away in 2018 at the remarkable age of 97, a testament to her enduring vitality and ever-youthful soul. Her nearly century-long life stands as proof that the lessons of independence and joy she conveyed on screen were, in fact, truths she lived by. Even in 2026, the image of grandmother Catherine remains a powerful symbol of aging with brilliance, dignity, and pride. 8. Michael Lembeck, as Max Horvath, from on-screen husband to a powerful Hollywood director. In the series One Day at a Time, Michael Lembeck portrayed Max Horvath, the patient and devoted husband of the rebellious Julie Cooper. With a natural and understated acting style, he crafted a version of Max who was compassionate and steady, a calming presence amid the emotional turbulence of the Romano family. Yet, Michael Lembeck's true brilliance would shine even more brightly once he stepped behind the camera. Leaving the role of Max behind, he made a remarkable transition into a highly accomplished director, becoming the creative force behind beloved family hits such as the Santa Claus film series, as well as numerous iconic episodes of Friends. By 2026, at the age of 77, Michael Lembeck remains a tireless warrior of the directing world, showing no signs of slowing down. His enduring creativity stands as powerful proof that the flame of artistic passion can burn fiercely for more than half a century, transforming a young actor into a master storyteller at the very heart of Hollywood. 9. Glenn Scarpelli, as Alex Handries, from a mischievous boy to a successful design entrepreneur. Glenn Scarpelli's appearance as Alex, the boy adopted by and Romano, brought a fresh, youthful energy and a wave of humorous, heartfelt moments to the later seasons of the series. Alex was not only a clever and playful younger brother to Julie and Barbara, but also a living testament to the boundless compassion of the Romano family. Glenn portrayed with charm and authenticity the intelligence and occasional mischievous antics of a child growing up in a modern, ever-changing household. By 2026, the once young Alex has reached the age of 60. Unlike many child stars who struggle to reclaim their spotlight, Glenn Scarpelli made a bold and deliberate choice to step away from Hollywood and pursue his true passion. He went on to build a highly successful design business empire, establishing himself in an entirely different field. At 60, Glenn stands as a powerful example that success does not have to exist under the glare of fame. It can be found in the courage to change direction and create a brilliant life on one's own terms. Conclusion: a legacy of resilience. 51 years of living one day at a time. When the cheerful notes of the theme song first echoed in 1975, few could have imagined that One Day at a Time would become more than just an entertaining sitcom. It would evolve into a living philosophy, a guiding mantra not only for its cast, but also for millions of viewers over more than half a century. The message of living one day at a time has been tested in the most raw and unforgiving ways across a long span of 51 years. Looking back from that modest apartment in Indianapolis to the reality of 2026, we see a deeply human tapestry, one woven with shadows of pain, yet illuminated by brilliant streaks of hope. The journey of the Romano family and their companions stands as a powerful testament to confronting adversity. We have witnessed heartbreaking farewells, such as the passing of Bonnie Franklin while her brilliance still shone brightly, and the closing chapters of towering figures like Pat Harrington Jr. and Mary Louise Wilson, who completed nearly a century-long journey. Yet we have also seen extraordinary rebirths, like Mackenzie Phillips rising from the ashes of personal tragedy, or the graceful and empowering transformation of Valerie Bertinelli. Together, their lives affirm a profound truth. No matter how harshly life tests us, through abuse, addiction, or illness, the simple act of moving forward, one step at a time, remains the key to rediscovering ourselves and reclaiming meaning. By 2026, the greatest value left behind by the cast of One Day at a Time is not measured in salaries, Emmy Awards, or Hollywood wealth. Their true legacy is honesty. They never hid their scars, nor did they mask the failures behind the spotlight. It is this courage to face reality that forged an invisible yet unbreakable bond with their audience. They have given us something far more enduring than entertainment. They have given us belief that aging is not something to fear, that falling is not the end, and that every new day offers a chance to begin again. The door to in Romano's apartment may have closed long ago on set, but the flame of independence, compassion, and optimism they ignited continues to burn brightly. The actors did not merely portray life. They lived it with strength, sincerity, and pride. They did not just act in a story about life. They turned their own lives into the most inspiring story of all, reminding the world that no matter how fierce the storm, we will be okay, as long as we cherish and strive for each day we are given.